Today we're going to see what would happen if you got stuck in gear on Forest Raceway in MX bikes. And I don't mean stuck in any gear. We're going to try all the gears. We're going to try first, second, third, fourth, and fifth gear and see which single gear gets you around Forest Raceway the fastest in MX bikes. It's a good racetrack to try this on because there's a lot of high-speed straightaways, low-speed corners, a mix of stuff as well. So it's a track that works kind of with all the gears, and you're actually able to do all the jumps with first through fifth gear here on my trusty KTM 450. So we're going to ride this KTM 450 on this track in each gear, one full lap, and see which one is fastest. Let's jump in, shall we? All right, we're going to start off stuck in first gear, so we're going to be revving pretty high around this whole track. We also have a live gap bar up top that we'll see once we go through the other gears, and obviously we also have timing at the top of the screen to show you guys how fast I'm going. So apologies for the over revving and pretty much just being wide open everywhere, but just going to try to pretty much hold it as wide open as possible. I mean, you could probably run this whole lap wide open in first gear just about, so let's see if we can get around this lap pretty decently. Not too bad to start the lap. I think I could have cut that corner a little bit tighter. Obviously do the crossover here. Ooh, a little high in that berm. Can we still get this table? Yep, we can still get the table. Can we get the step up though? I don't think we can in first gear. Oh, so close. If I change the gearing, I could, but I just wanted to do this whole thing in stock gearing. We'll keep it pinned around the outside right here. A little wash to the rear end. And then you launch out pretty far on that thing in first gear. And then for this one, we'll go to the inside because first gear will pull out of this corner very nicely. And then we can still triple down this hill. Nicely done there. Double this into the corner. Apex the corner, get on the brakes, cut back across. Oh, the rear end is sliding a little bit. And then just pinned all the way down through here. And we got a 111.8. 111.8 for our first gear lap. All right, the second gear lap is where I think the money will be made here. I think this is where we can pretty much go as fast as we want to, except for like a couple straightaways. It's going to be really good in the corners, really comfortable in the corners at least. And then the rest of the track, it should also fare pretty well. Like we're going to top out through here. Already you can see the live gap bar. We're a little bit ahead than the first gear lap. Tuck inside right here, carry some speed. Could have went outside and tried to jump all the way up to this plateau, but I'm trying to keep it so that like the actual lines are pretty much the same around the track, but then obviously the speeds are a little bit higher. Like at second gear, we can launch way out to flat right there. That was actually not ideal. I should have checked up a little bit more, but then getting over that step up is obviously huge. Get down and ride the outside right here. Check up to get down the backside of this a little bit better, and we're still going to go inside here at the top of the hill. I think even third gear, I'll go inside here, but second gear pulls pretty nicely out of this corner. We can still triple down the hill. Probably could have done that a little bit cleaner, but we'll get a nice little scrub off into this corner. Tuck right up against those tires. I mean, you could hear the bike even clip the tires right there. Carrying speed all the way down through here, and we go 108.23. So that was over 3 seconds faster in second gear. Okay, now third gear also could be very competitive here. This might be the one where it teeters across and we do the exact same lap time there or thereabout. It's going to be very close because obviously a little bit more of the high-speed straightaway stuff, the third gear will pull a little bit further. But in the corners, it's going to be a little bit rougher, but that's okay. If you just kind of get through the corners pretty clean, I think it'll actually be really good. It's really about carrying momentum, obviously, on a 450. A little slide right there, but we're actually still just 0.3 back, even with that little slide. I think if I didn't have that slide, we'd almost be right on top of the time right now. We'll go back inside again right here, and then this is where we could gain it back. A nice scrub right here. Launch up the hill, because third gear we go pretty far, and then high-speed section through here. So this high-speed stuff is where we're kind of gaining it back a little bit, and we're almost even again. I think maybe I do want to go outside right here just to make sure that we keep the momentum flowing, because if you go outside here and get a run down this hill, you can quad on a 450 pretty close. And then it's going to come down to this final straightaway here. Got to get in and out of this corner clean, get the bike planted. Oh, we're starting to gain some of that time back. The last corner. Oh, that was really close. 108.4. So second and third gear, only 0.2 in it between both of them. All right, now I do think fourth gear is where we start to see a bit of the fall off, because even if you carry a lot of speed through the corners here, momentum-wise, it still kind of bogs. Like even top speed down the straightaways, like there's only like maybe one section on this track you'd ever consider getting into fourth gear on a 450 anyway. So Yeah, you're going to carry a little bit more speed. Like, honestly, right now, we're actually trending positive. So if we can kind of keep our momentum high through these couple of corners, that rear end slide again is going to bite me. Land on the gas through here, and you can hear the bike like bogging. This is a really good corner right there. Oh no, don't jump off the track. Okay, there we go. And we're starting to gain it back just a little bit. Of course, remember, this is on our second gear time that we're looking at the live gap bar up there. So second gear time. Honestly, we're not that far off. Like, this is actually much closer than I expected for fourth gear. And of course, we got to go outside here to keep the momentum rolling. And it's just a drag race out of that corner. We're not going to be able to get all the way over the quad. So a little bit of time lost right there. And then through here, oh, you can just hear the bike wanting to go, and it's just bogging down out of these corners. Oh, a little kick at the end, about 0.8 down, 109.7. So almost in the 108s for second, third, and fourth gear. All right, last but certainly not least, we are stuck in fifth gear. Highest gear that she goes. Again, this is a track where you really wouldn't even get in fifth gear probably anywhere on the track on a 450. So the likelihood that you'd get stuck in fifth gear, like in real life, like clipping a tough block and having your shifter ripped off or something like that while you're in fifth gear, is very unlikely. But just for the funs of the challenge, we're going to take it through the lap in fifth gear, which honestly, it's actually a little impressive that you can still jump everything in fifth gear, because the bike is really lugging in some spots. Like out of this corner, for example, it still lugs and then it just hooks up and you still get all the way over that tabletop. So even this jump up here, which first gear we couldn't even get all the way over, fifth gear pulls pretty nicely. So honestly, fifth gear versus first gear, this is going to be a fun little battle to see which is better. We'll scrub that guy. And again, we're going to go to the outside of the top of the hill right here. You just hear the bike just roll all the way through. The difference here is that we can't triple down the hill. We're going to have to check up and go step on, step off, which is still pretty fast, obviously. And then scrub this guy. Get on the brakes to this inside line. Carry speed out of here. It's going to be really close with first gear. Really close. Through the last corner. We hit the finish, but we did a 1:11.2. I honestly don't remember if that was our first gear lap or not. Let's go take a look. All right, so as follows, 1:35.79 is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in terms of gears. So you can see the 1:08.233 for second gear is the one that was the best. But interestingly enough, I feel like about this, our third gear lap, I had a better sector 2 and sector 3 time. So it's pretty close, honestly. It's closer than you think between those two. And then indeed, fifth gear was better than first gear. So it's kind of funny how first gear the lap, because there's things that you can't clear. Obviously, you're just tapped out the whole time, so you're not like momentum going as fast. It's funny that being in fifth gear is somehow better than being in first gear on a track like this where there are tight corners. It's just those high-speed straightaways when you get going over the jumps. It kind of makes a difference. So but anyway, fun challenge, right? Just to see if you ended up getting stuck in gear randomly, which, you know, you can't in this game. But if that was a thing, what gear would be the best, at least on Forest Raceway? Seems like second gear, but third gear wouldn't be that bad either. Fun challenge for sure. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and get involved in the comment section below. It helps out the channel a ton. If you guys are interested in more of this content, please also let us know. But thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys in the next one. So long for now.